Herbert Spencer's sociological theory. Key concepts. Herbert Spencer was one of the earliest sociologists who attempted to explain society using scientific principles. Influenced by evolutionary thought and developments in biology, Spencer argued that societies evolve over time from simple forms into more complex and organized systems. His sociological theory emphasized evolution, individualism, social order, and the interdependence of institutions. Although many of his ideas later became controversial, especially his social Darwinism, Spencer played an important role in shaping early sociological thought. In what follows, I will briefly sketch the key concepts of Spencer's sociological theory. On social evolution. The central concept in Spencer's sociological theory is social evolution. Spencer believed that societies evolve similarly to biological organisms. Human societies develop gradually from simple and homogeneous structures into complex and heterogeneous systems. Primitive societies have little specialization and simple social relationships, while advanced societies possess highly organized institutions such as governments, schools, industries, and religious organizations. According to Spencer, evolution is a universal process affecting all aspects of life, including society, politics, morality, and culture. Social evolution occurs naturally as societies adapt to changing environmental and social conditions. Over time, societies become more differentiated, specialized, and efficient. It is important to note that Spencer viewed progress as inevitable. He believed that human civilization continually moves toward more advanced forms of organization. In his view, industrial societies represented a higher stage of development compared to tribal or militaristic societies. On organic analogy. One of Spencer's most famous contributions is the organic analogy, which compares society to a living organism. Spencer argued that society functions like the human body because its different parts work together to maintain stability and survival. In the human body, organs such as the heart, lungs, and brain each perform specialized functions. Similarly, in society, institutions such as the family, government, religion, and economy perform necessary roles that contribute to social order. For example, the economy distributes resources, the government maintains law and order, and educational institutions transmit knowledge and values. Spencer emphasized that social institutions are interdependent. If one institution fails to function properly, the stability of the whole society may be threatened. However, Spencer also noted that unlike organs in a body, individuals in society possess consciousness and independence. Society exists to benefit individuals rather than individuals existing solely for society. This concept strongly influenced later sociologists, especially structural functionalists, such as Emile Durkheim and Talcott Parsons. On survival of the fittest. Spencer is widely known for introducing the phrase survival of the fittest. Influenced by evolutionary ideas associated with Charles Darwin, Spencer believed that competition in society allows the strongest and most capable individuals to succeed. According to Spencer, social progress results from natural competition. Individuals and groups who are better adapted to social conditions are more likely to prosper, while those who fail to adapt may struggle or decline. Spencer believed that this process promotes improvement and advancement within society. This idea became associated with social Darwinism, a perspective that applies biological evolutionary principles to human society. Spencer argued that government assistance to the poor or weak could interfere with natural social development because it prevents competition from functioning properly. Although influential during the 19th century, social Darwinism has been heavily criticized for justifying inequality, poverty, racism, and imperialism. Critics argue that Spencer ignored social structures and unequal opportunities that affect people's lives. On individualism and limited government. Another important concept in Spencer's theory is individualism. Spencer strongly believed in personal freedom, self-reliance, and minimal government intervention. He argued that individuals should be free to pursue their interests without excessive control from the state. Spencer supported laissez-faire policies, meaning that governments should interfere as little as possible in economic and social affairs. According to him, societies function best when individuals compete freely in the marketplace and social life. Government responsibilities should be limited mainly to maintaining peace, protecting property, and enforcing laws. Spencer feared that excessive government involvement would weaken personal responsibility and hinder social progress. He believed that struggle and competition help individuals develop their abilities and contribute to societal advancement. His ideas greatly influenced classical liberalism and early capitalist thought. However, many critics argue that Spencer underestimated the importance of social welfare and the need to address inequality and poverty. On differentiation and specialization. Spencer believed that social evolution leads to differentiation and specialization. In simple societies, individuals perform similar tasks, and institutions are less developed. As societies evolve, roles and institutions become more specialized. For example, modern societies have distinct institutions for education, religion, law, politics, and economics. Individuals also perform specialized occupations such as teaching, medicine, engineering, and business. Spencer argued that specialization increases efficiency and allows society to function more effectively. Differentiation also creates interdependence. Since institutions and individuals perform different functions, they rely on one another for survival and stability. This growing interdependence is a defining feature of advanced societies. Spencer's concept of specialization influenced later sociological discussions on the division of labor and modernization. On militant and industrial societies. Spencer classified societies into two major types: militant societies and industrial societies. This distinction reflects his evolutionary view of social development. Militant societies are organized around warfare, discipline, and coercion. These societies emphasize obedience, centralized authority, and collective goals. Governments in militant societies exercise strong control over citizens, and social relationships are highly hierarchical. In contrast, industrial societies are based on voluntary cooperation, trade, and individual freedom. Economic exchange replaces military conquest as the primary basis of social organization. Industrial societies encourage innovation, peaceful cooperation, and democratic principles. Spencer believed that industrial societies represented a more advanced stage of social evolution because they allow greater freedom and personal development. He argued that modern societies were gradually moving away from militarism toward industrialism. Functionalism and social stability. Although Spencer lived before modern functionalism emerged, his ideas strongly contributed to this perspective. Spencer believed that every institution performs functions necessary for maintaining social order and stability. Social institutions exist because they meet important social needs. For example, the family provides socialization, religion promotes moral values, and government maintains order. When institutions function properly, society remains stable and balanced. Spencer viewed social change as gradual adaptation rather than sudden revolution. Societies survive when institutions successfully adjust to changing conditions. His emphasis on order, stability, and interdependence later influenced functionalist sociologists. Criticisms of Spencer's theory. Despite his influence, Spencer's theory has faced many criticisms. Scholars argue that his evolutionary model assumed that all societies develop along the same path, ignoring cultural diversity and historical differences. Critics also reject the idea that Western industrial societies represent the highest stage of development. Spencer's social Darwinism has been particularly criticized for justifying social inequality and neglecting vulnerable populations. Many sociologists believe that poverty and disadvantage result not only from individual weakness, but also from structural inequalities. Conflict theorists such as Karl Marx criticized Spencer for focusing too much on harmony and ignoring social conflict, exploitation, and power struggles.